Greetings, community, and welcome to Entrepreneur Comics and another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day 2/5/2025. It's great to be here. It's great to be alive. I appreciate everyone arriving in, especially on the rewind. Without you, well, this would only be half as special as it truly is. And, I just want to take a moment and say, hey, I appreciate everyone that's been supporting me, contacting me. I have been a little bit busy, but like everyone, life gets in the way of living. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it's that time again. It's a Tuesday. It's about time to go ahead and get to those reads. And, I want to take a quick moment and acknowledge those that decide to cruise on the live. Hey, Las Cruces, I appreciate you being here. I hope you're doing well. I know I did this pretty last minute and pretty quick, so you're right on top of the gun. I'm just saying. So I appreciate you being here. And let's start off by talking about IDW, The Exorcism at 1600 pen, issue number 3. Now, the first issue was a double issue. It was rather long, and it was a huge setup. Issue number 2 kind of jumped in there on what to expect as far as how deep and horrific this exorcism and the possession has gotten. So now in the third issue, we're not only contending with matters of a political nature, but poor Prez has got an issue going on with hell, like exploding inside the White House. So it's kind of sucky, but hey, it's something I think most of us can kind of relate to right now. So I'm just saying, yeah, I think we need our own exorcism going on. I'm just James, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you being here, sir. So again, 2/5/2025 from IDW Exorcism at 1600 pen, issue number 3, coming out to you and me. Moving on from that, let's talk about What Not I Lie Popeye, issue number 4 of 5. Deliveries and things like that, schedulings, pickups so far, I have been suffering and there have been issues. So a slight pun. Not everyone is receiving all their books either on time or, in the case of like this situation, notification has been made that the issue is supposed to arrive, but I'm really not seeing any evidence of any shops that I know around me are receiving this book. So it also kind of increases the anticipation to read this damn thing. I'm just saying. I've really been enjoying I Like Popeye, especially the fact that we're not only getting introduction to new characters that are building upon the Popeye lore, but it also gives us some understanding or then new understanding of how they want to tell this character in the modern era. It's pretty badass, especially how they twisted the Sea Hag and used to be kind of in how everything's really cool. I really like, because of modern times, modern era, especially those that may have never been familiar with this character, Popeye has always been kind of a one-dimensional character, never that deep. And one of the cool things about him is he always spoke usually with great enthusiasm and tone, but at the same point, there was always this under his breath speaking when he was either always questioning himself or the actions of someone else, and he knew something just wasn't quite right. So we kind of get those explanations too. It's really cool, really awesome, and I really do appreciate the writers and the artists doing this yet another classic cartoon, fairy tale storyline, classic, and doing it justice. So I Lie Popeye, issue number 4, hopefully coming out to you and me 2/5/2025. Moving out from Whatnot and cruising over to Mad Cave, let's talk about Gotcha Man, Only One Earth, issue number 1. I believe it is a one-shot, pretty certain. And as the story has been building, I've really been enjoying what Gotcha Man, again, like I was saying even before on I Lie Popeye, how this has ended up turning out to be, building upon a classic story and bringing it upon in a new modern time and giving it some true gravity and something that really is awesome and enjoyable. Rod, I appreciate you being here, and man, hope all is well with you and yours. And so for me, Gotcha Man is not only a story that I grew up with as a kid, but it was something that it really didn't make sense at the time. I fully understand this whole science ninja thing and have been digging the hell out of it. So again, for me, Mad Cave's whole contribution to bringing out a couple of classics, and in the case of this one, Gotcha Man, I really been enjoying everything surrounding all this world and how it's been building thus far. So Gotcha Man, Only One Earth, issue number 1, coming out 2/5/2025. Move out from Man Cave and cruising over to Boom Studios. One moment, please. Let's talk about Grimm. Issue number 21. Yeah, I've been reading all this time. It's one of those things that have been able to maintain not only a pretty good story, in my opinion, but something that's been interesting enough and holding me on well enough because of how slowly and how eloquently, in my opinion, it's been building. It's nothing has been ramrodding me and then expecting me to have expectations of the writers or the artists to keep up with my premeditated expectations on how I believe the story should go or how fast it should accelerate. What's been cool about it is it's been at a steady pace and a pace in which that I not only have been enjoying, but I've been able to recall to some certainty. Not to tell you the whole storyline of this, but to quickly just have an understanding. Grimm is a story about an individual who got thrusted upon a lot of responsibilities of becoming the Grim Reaper of all Grim Reapers, and end up realizing that her father was also the Grim Reaper. Having relationships with an individual that was of mortal status, thus became the individual that became on Earth. Unexpected death, now going to kind of a limbo, told of her expectations through her explorations of understanding of why she got there and how she got there. And now there's a contention of who is going to be the overall ruler of not only limbo, but hell. That's where we're at. It's so fucking cool. I really enjoy this series, and I really been liking how, again, not only how well it's been building, but something that, in my opinion, has been somewhat kind of fresh and it's telling and it's overall kind of theme and feel and storyline. So Grimm, has been just one of those I just can't get rid of. That's why I'm already at issue number 21, and it's there available for you in probably about 3 different volumes and moving on halfway through its 4th. So again, Grimm, issue number 21, coming out from Boom Studios, 2025. Let's move over to Marvel. Marvel's going to give us Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 12. I just got through reading issue number, can't remember. And what I really been enjoying is when you take my 2 favorite Spider-Men, sorry about the alarms, you end up, if it's told right by the right writer, you get a story that's just awesomeness. I mean, you can't go no wrong. And hey, look what we got, a goo, the gun. Appreciate you buddies being here. And it's really been telling a tale of at times when they've been buddies, first volume, had each other's necks, going into other second volume, understanding how much they rely and work off and protect one another and how they appreciate one another deep into that second volume. And here we are at issue number 12. Yeah, this has been a pretty cool story. And not only that, we're getting also another whole different fight that's going on with Electro and this other individual that wants to take on the same name. And it seems like it's some relation. Don't want to give everything away. And it's just been fun. This is one of those things, though, again, if you don't have any premeditated expectations, just read it for as well as it's not only written and drawn, you enjoy it. If you're sitting there comparing it to anything else or everything else that's out there, well, that's the filter you just got to get through. So I'm saying this, for me, Spectacular Spider-Man, it's just been working, and I've been enjoying it, and I can't wait for issue number 12 to come out. Moving on from that, let's talk about Spirits of Vengeance, issue number 6. This is another one I've been thoroughly enjoying. I've been really enjoying anything and everything Ghost Rider related. I don't care if we're talking Wolverine, anything that's on fire, I've been digging. It's been hot. I've really been enjoying the Spirits of Vengeance, and it's one of those things that it gave me a deeper appreciation for all the past history of all the Spirits of Vengeance stuff that I've been reading. And as we get into, I want to say around July, maybe August, we're going to get into that deep into a whole nother Spirit stuff. I know Spirit of Violence is going to come out pretty soon. There's no spoilers there. If you're already reading this stuff, you already know that of this character, it's coming up. It's just been that enjoyable. And it's really the gravity on taking all these characters and bringing hell back. And you're seeing that really what the Ghost Riders have been doing for the past 40 years is filling hell with a rad army full of just the perfect individuals to try to take over heaven. I've been digging this stuff. again, Spirits of Vengeance is giving you a better understanding of some of the pre-existing Ghost Rider lore and furthering what to expect when it comes out. More of the stuff comes out this summer. So just look forward to that. If you've been reading, I know you've been enjoying as much as I have. So that's why it's been one of my most anticipated reads. Every time we do a blue light special, it just misses. Moving out for Spirits of Vengeance, issue number 6 is talking about Ultimates, issue number 9. We're getting kind of Luke Cage heavy, and I'll get into that in a little bit. What I'm getting about with that is now with the Ultimates, we're getting more introductions, more characters that are going to go ahead and fight when we go get the release of all the makers coming around. I think it's November. All that is still more story we get down the road when we talk about basically about 6 months from now. But for right now, let's talk about again Ultimates issue number 9, because again, this is a character that it seems like more and more people, me especially, are not only getting in touch and knowing, but it's a character that's been kind of falling through the cracks for far too long. Luke Cage is not only a really cool character and has been showing himself more of late in the past about year and a half, but we're now getting an understanding of the gravity of this character and how really this character plays a role in the Marvel Universe. Without this character, we wouldn't even have some of the laws that allow the characters, the Vigilantes, to go ahead and do their job in 2025, let alone at the end of 2024. Back to the Ultimates issue number 9. So character of the Ultimates, we're getting the Ultimate Luke Cage introduction in this series, and we're seeing how he's going to play his role when we get the release of all the Ultimate makers down the road. Back to Ultimate issue number 9. So what we're getting with the first 8 issues is we're not only been getting introductions of major league characters that are going to go ahead and play major roles down the road, but we're seeing how this not only ties in with all the past other Ultimate storylines that are out there, Spider-Man, X-Men, so forth, Panther, but this is the one that kind of makes more sense and kind of encapsulates the whole Ultimate Universe as a whole, and it gives you a better understanding. So as everything other than Spider-Man, I would say the Ultimates has been my most enjoyable reads out of this universe that they've been building thus far, and that is going to be coming up to something really awesome when we hit November, maybe a hair before. All right, so again, what we're talking about is moving out from the Ultimates issue number 9, coming out on 2025. Boy, my mind's got to go because I got to go too, back to work. But I want to talk about, you've guessed it, the Blue Light Special. This week's Blue Light Special is Power Man Timeless, issue number 1. Yeah, more Luke Cagey stuff. I'm just saying, Power Man and more. This is going to end up tying into some of that Luke. You'll see when it comes down the road. But Kelly and Lansing not only got to do this, but the introduction to this was in a story of Timeless back in 2024, I believe in the beginning of the year or towards the end of 2023. They were telling me way back then some of the stuff that they were working on for this book, and I can't wait to get a hold of it. They teased me almost a year in advance and wouldn't give me any further information. I've yet to actually jump in it because, like I said, I got to go to work soon. But you would not believe how much I'm chomping on the bit to read Power Man issue number 1, Timeless. And I've really been digging on all this Luke Cagey stuff, so guess what's going to be next in line? I'm just saying this week's Blue Light Special is Power Man. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I was never really a Power Man, Luke Cagey kind of person before, and here I am with my 2 most anticipated and most favorite, looked forward to reads that I just, again, I just kind of just looked through the art. Oh my God, this is so cool. So I'm really looking forward to, I guess, this modern regression of pure stories that are propelling us forward into this Ultimate Universe. And in this furtherment of a universe that is it's almost like a successive timeline. I don't know. I can't wait to get into it. I need to know. So again, all those inside the cruise on in, I appreciate you. Las Cruces, Jigs, Ago, Tugan. I know there was a DJ in there. Dude, appreciate you being here, buddy. I truly do. If there's anyone that I may have missed, Las Cruces, I appreciate you, buddy. I do appreciate everyone that cruises on a rewind. I hope everyone anyone is that it cruise on in gets the books that they're looking forward to tomorrow. There are some delays. You stay well. It's an interesting life out there. Make sure you enjoy it and read everything that you can because, hey, you never know what might happen. That's it for me, Entropy. You guys stay well, and that's it. Have a good night. I have no idea what to do. What am I gonna do?